Hello. I just need to turn these on. Otherwise it sounds really bad. There we go. Hello, anyone who's here. Oh, sure. Tired, man. Almost Friday though, but it's been a long week. Hope everyone is well. Yuba, Aditya, thanks for stopping by. And today, I wanted to take care of some some tech debt or refactoring, just making the code more architecturally good, but just trying to improve the code generally, not really adding too many new features, because I'm quite happy with where it is for now until we've neatened it up a bit. So let's just have a look. What is this song? Interesting. So this is the app, and remember you can get the repo or the specs, the documentation in the description if you want to clone this or if you want to do your own implementation. I need to actually add the assets as well somewhere. Let me maybe just do that now. Just add all the icons and stuff in one place. They are in here though, so I don't know if that's really necessary. Where are they? In here. But it might be good to actually add the specs in here as well, and all the assets. Like all these little icons and backgrounds and stuff that they are provided, you know, provided for you instead of you having to do everything. Because this was originally a job application, an app you have to write to apply at my company, so they give you various assets. Adam, what's up? What's up? How are you? This music. Yeah, it's finishing. It's a bit hardcore. Anywho, so I think I'll just start with some coding. Was it? Yeah, it was Yuba that told me about this thing that I definitely didn't forget. It was this to-do I had in the code from when I started, which was to correctly handle the location permission being granted. Initially, I just, looked over permissions, as most of us probably do, because it's kind of a boring thing you have to do. So let me see. If I go and reject the permission, deny it, whatever, and I just clear it. Now you see it doesn't work correctly because it's immediately trying to fetch the stuff without waiting for you to accept that permission, so I need to try and fix that. Good, learning Compose. It is enjoyable. That's, I think, one of the main things I've noticed is that it makes writing UI enjoyable, not just a pain. It's actually fun to go and write views. View model will say on. So I'm going to add a method to the view model. We'll see how this works, by the way. I'm still not 100% sure how I'll go about this, but I'll add a thing to the view model. We say that's basically a callback of some kind to tell the view model that, okay, the permission was or was not granted. I don't know if this looks any better. I don't think it can be a reference actually. I don't know. I think this is a bit simpler to read. So I will tell the view model that it was granted or not. Okay, well, it's not on granted, it's on permission. I don't know what the right word is here. On location permission requested, or I don't know, whatever. So in here is then when you need to go and get stuff from the repo only. Because I can't get the the forecast if I don't know where I am yet, what my coordinates are, basically. Yes, I need to find more chilled music. What? Playlists. I'm lost. Spotify is confusing me a bit. Soundscape. Yeah, I think that's a bit better. So I wonder if we can somehow incorporate it into a flow of some kind. If anyone knows, by the way, what a good way to go about this is, where we can signal somehow to say, now you go and fetch location. If you know of a good approach, please let me know. Because I only need to call this location flow thing after it's been granted, so... Yeah. I mean, a simple way is probably in here. Mutable state flow, I guess. Starts off as not being granted. And then on the callback we can say granted dot set. This dot granted value. Come on. And somehow for these my flow knowledge is not too advanced. I mean, that's not part of flow, right? That's just a normal extension. So I don't know how... And say map. If it was granted, we go and fetch from the repo. Else empty flow. Alright, flat map maybe? I wonder if that's something that I need, though it's experimental, of course. But theoretically this is saying now, whenever this granted flow updates come inside here, and then if it's true, meaning the permission was granted, we can go to the repo and get that thing's flow. Otherwise we just return empty flow because we can't get stuff yet if the permission wasn't granted. So I don't know if that's actually going to work now. Let's see. So I need to just maybe add some logging in here just so I can see what's going on. Not granted. Sad face. Okay, so let me just again go and ungrant this permission for location and run this, and let's see what we get. Logcat. I know we have fancy debuggers and stuff, but sometimes a print statement is all you need. There you go. So it says not granted, which is correct. So it just returned an empty flow instead of trying to do all this other fancy stuff, which is great. Nice. Okay, awesome. That actually worked. I think that's the simplest way I can think of. And now when you open it again, right, it's granted already, so it kind of just works as expected. Wow, okay. No, defaults to not granted because I put false in the as the initial value, which is probably fine. I mean, it just happens very fast, so you don't notice any weirdness. Cool. Again, I don't know if there's a more desirable way to do this with flow, because I'm not too experienced with it yet. Now I just also, again, there's these different kinds of flat maps. Of course, the one is deprecated. So concat, latest, and merge. What does the original one say? Replace with concat. This replacement is sequential by default for concurrent. Oh, flat map merge. Holy cow. Sorry, they say replace with concat. Of course, all of them are experimental. I like that they make it. They deprecate it, but they make it an error, meaning you can't build. But the replacements are still experimental. Like, I don't really know how that works, but I'm sure they had their reasons. So I need to do this for the other one as well. Why not copy and paste? But then remember to change change the stuff that you should. So I don't know if this is gonna be the best way. I think for now it's gonna be fine. Why is this nullable? I forget everything that I did months back. Why is that one nullable and the other one is not? I'm sure it's fine. I don't know if it would be better to have like a... I hate to say this, a singleton to manage location things, because typically you only need one instance of location stuff floating around in the app. So that thing could check, you know, first of all, is permission granted? If it is granted, then it can go and build up this flow. And then if you need to check your current location in the repo, you could just pretty much same as here, but subscribe to that flow and get notified. And then this flow would only emit stuff when it's granted. Permission is granted. I don't know. I'm just trying to also avoid over-engineering things. Trying to keep stuff simple and understandable. It just makes me a bit sad having all these permissions annotations everywhere. Going back. Okay. Because then you have to suppress it at some point. Otherwise you get all the lovely warnings. Maybe we can take care of that at a later stage more properly though. Okay, cool. One more test. Nope. Since I added the code for the location, the 5-day forecast part. So just make sure it still all works. Building. There we go. Nice, and then all of it loads, the top current forecast and the next 5 days. Cool. And I see buffering. Hopefully all is alright. Oh, a shortcut. Sorry. I can actually... I know it's a lot... It's hard to watch jumping around the whole time like that. Presentation. I don't know if this would help. Presentation assistant plugin. So if I press save now, it shows at the bottom. It is a bit small, maybe not. I don't know if I can configure it some way. There we go. Okay, so if I press format, now it tells you at the bottom what I pressed. Okay. Let me just add on Mac again. But, okay, so what I was pressing earlier is on my mouse I have buttons on the side, you know, to go back and forward. I guess you can see the combination there on the bottom, but I'm not pressing keyboard. Like, it's the same buttons I press on the browser to go back and forward between pages. Because that's really convenient then if you say, oh, what does this function do? And in here, if I go to this one, and then you kind of forget where you were initially, so you can just press back a few times until you end up here. Hopefully that helps you out. I know it's, yeah, it can be quite quite disorienting jumping around the whole time. So that actually was, well, that's quite wide. That actually was quicker than I was expecting. And that doesn't really give a good view. Just gotta rename it a bit. Location permission granted. Oh, there was actually something for compose permissions. Let me see if I can was it in the accompanist library? Yes, permissions. So, experimental, of course they are, but this is actually my, maybe, calm down. This might be what I should use. Because, you know, we're doing compose stuff, so it makes sense to use composables for it, but I don't know how easy this is. Seems like a lot going on. But let's have a look. If you don't know, by the way, this accompanist thing is a set of libraries made by Google to make Compose easier. You can see on the left all of the various libraries that they have. So definitely take a look at it, because there might be something useful here. So, remember permission state. And then you give it the permission, then you say permission required, the state. And you have callbacks to when it was denied or accepted. That's pretty useful. If it was denied, you just create a layout saying blah blah blah, cameras needed. Okay, I want to actually try this out because it seems really useful. Build.gradle. I already used the system UI controller one, just to change the color of the little status bar at the top. So now I'll add the other one for permissions. Okay, let's have a look at this. So I think what I want to do is actually just comment out everything for now. Did it not? I'm sure that was it, wasn't it? Remember permission state. Okay, I guess I got something wrong somewhere in the dependency. Ugh. Right. Put a colon instead of a full stop. I don't know why the sync doesn't fail anymore, man. I'm sure it used to give you errors if a dependency couldn't be found. But now it just, you know, carries on like there's no issues. Very frustrating. Okay, let me just close all the other tabs actually. So, remember permission. Hey, there we go. Permission is manifest.permission.find location. Of course, it's experimental, obviously, so we have to opt in. Requires permission. Are they all optional parameters? Okay, interesting. So, wait, oh my gosh. Huh? Am I losing my mind? Ah, right. I'm just being silly. Okay, no, so they are all required. Permission not granted, callback. Permission not available. I don't know what is not available, if it's content to show when the permission is not available. This could be because the user doesn't want to be asked again. Okay. Interesting. This one is when the user hasn't granted the permission. Permission to the users. Okay, so take a look at the sample, I guess. Okay, so this one is where you should basically show the UI to say, hey, I need location, do you want to grant it? And then in the not available, you have to say, sorry, the app doesn't work because you denied it. Okay, well, let me just put some stuff in here to be able to test. So here I'm gonna just put a button. What is this formatting, man? Text equals request. Whatever. When we click the button, we can say permission.launch. Nice. And then what's, wait, inside the last lambda goes, oh, and the granted. Nice. Alright. Seems pretty easy, actually. Just, I don't know, this could be quite a big function. Because you have these 3 different lambdas, so you might need to extract each one to a separate function. I don't know. But let's have a look. Now we should just say granted, because it's already allowed. Cool. If I go and disable it, yeah, we get the permission not granted callback. And from there you can say request, and then you get the native dialog. Deny. That's so much magic going on, but I love it. Okay, there you don't even get the pop-up because they said don't ask again, so that's a bit weird. I don't know how to handle that. But okay. Wow. Accompanist libraries are pretty awesome. So now you basically need to wrap the whole screen's content in this permission thing. Boy. I guess that's one thing that you have to get used to in Compose. Having these sometimes maybe large functions. This music is creepy. What is this? Underground mining techniques. Okay. Give me my chiptune music. Okay, let's sort this out. So I'll just create a new composable for the whole screen's content, which I was basically using before all of this. So main screen, I can rename it later, but we'll do that. And then I want to chuck pretty much all of this inside of it. The view model we can pass in, I guess. Yeah, because I'll need to access the view model from the outside. Wait, it's part of the... I'm still using it like this. I suppose you should use a view model initializer in the function, but anyway, that's another problem. So I don't need to pass it in, I can just... Oh, I do, because it's out of sight of the class. So, view model main. Import some stuff, import more and more. Okay. Nice. So once the permission is granted, we can just basically call the main screen like so. Get rid of the old request permission stuff. Now here, you'd probably want to show a nice pretty screen, kind of like a splash screen, but just a friendly screen that says, hey, to use this app you need to give us permission to get your location. Are you okay with this? They click yes, and then you show the dialogue. I wonder actually if there's some kind of flow I can observe on here to see if it was granted. That would be really nice. So then I could just observe it in the view model, but I suppose not. Like a permission registry or permission repo to say, please tell me when the user grants location. Has permission. So we have the state thing. What else can I do on the permission state object? So you just have a has permission. Okay, there's no other APIs really to get a flow or something, which is a bit sad, but I suppose it is what it is. Okay, but for now I want to just test this. Okay, cool, it's not granted, so I shall rebuild. Hey, Cybershark. What's up, man? Oh, this is hurting my brain. The intro music is playing in the background as part of the playlist. Permission state is the state. Indeed. I'm just trying the accompanist permissions library here. Okay, so location hasn't been granted yet, so bring the music down a bit. So, oh shit, I'm losing my windows here. So it's not granted, so we see the not granted content. We click the button. Nice, we get that. You can't dismiss it. Anywho, you press allow. Alright, I didn't update the view model yet. How's Thursday? It's been good. Oh no, actually it's been shit. Yes, lots of stuff at work, man. our build servers and everything have been broken the whole day, so we haven't been able to get any builds. No code has been merged, so it's been quite a mission. I'm just glad it's over and that Friday is almost here. Oh. Plus it's spring now, so it's getting a bit warm these days. Ah, sorry. Can't shift enter. Can the bot wake up? Hey. Oh, Travis has a vulnerability. Oh. No, I didn't. I don't use it anymore, so I'm not not really following. But that sounds pretty serious. I imagine lots of people do actually use it. Yeah, you can use that second link there to see all of the ones I've got. Did it a silent patch? That's a bit dodge. It didn't happen, right? Just keep going, pretend like everything is fine. Well, I mean, as long as they sort it out pretty fast, I guess. But GitHub Actions is where it's at for me. Oh, but now I don't need to have that shit in the view model. Oh, I can literally just revert all of this. Oh, for 3 days? Okay, that's probably not great then. And then they just pretend like it wasn't there. No ways. Chance takers. Okay, cool. So when permission is not granted, we see the screen and click it to get the pop-up. Wow. So easy. Wow. But that's okay. That's pretty cool. Yeah, what I implemented earlier was this. Right, the view model keeping track of if permission has been granted and, you know, with the state flow, and when it is granted, update the state flow and have a flat map so that these things get updated when the flow updates, and then you go and call the repo, and it worked. But now this feels a lot cleaner to be able to only use the view model when the permission is actually granted. So that's pretty cool. Okay, there's getting too much crap inside here now. So I want to create like a permission sort of splash screen thingy. Permission details. I don't know. Mutable state is hot. I can't remember. It is, right? It's the shared one that's cold. So much documentation. Yeah, state flow is hot. Because it always holds on to that state value. Because its active instance exists independently, yeah, so that makes sense. And then the shared flow is cold, I think? Or am I making that up? Oh no, it's also hot. It extends state flow, right? Or state flow extends shared flow. Yes, okay, that way around. Okay, so they are both hot. My bad. Shows you how little experience I have using these things properly. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I don't know if I'm getting lucky with all of this stuff just working. But now this screen, I kind of want it to be a splash screen kind of deal, which just says, please grant permission for us to get your location. So it's literally maybe an icon, text, and a button. Then I'll need another one that's if you deny it, you'd be like, come on bruh, we need your location, what are you doing? So I'm trying to think what layout is even best here. I mean, column is probably a good place to start. Then I'll need to say full size. We'll have a text label that says the app requires your location to show the app requires permission to access your current location to display the weather. Something like that. Great. And then I'll make it have a nice background and stuff. And then so continue clicked. You can just have a callback, and over here that's like so. Excuse me. So weird. These days in Compose, I want to put the lambda inside of the round brackets and give it a name. Whereas before, you know, never put lambdas inside. We can even have a reference. Oops, let me just reject it again, deny it, whatever. A looks pretty crap. Alright, I don't have a toolbar yet. I don't really need one. Although I might if I want to add separate screens like favorites and whatever else. But I think it's fine. So how do colors work? Sunny green. Okay, it's not granted still. Making it green to sort of give them subliminal messaging to accept. When you type alias lambda, I'm sure you can. Yeah, look at that. I mean, I don't know what you would call it, but that does actually work. I know these lambdas are basically types as well, because you can have a class and you can extend a lambda or implement, I guess, like so, which I didn't know you could do this until very recently. So they basically treat it as their own types, I suppose, and interface with one method. Poggers. Yeah, you have to merge your, on BTTV, merge your YouTube, or link your YouTube to your Twitch, so a lot of those emotes are just from my Twitch. Oh, use cases, don't get me started, bruh. I mustn't tell people at work about that, they're gonna go overboard. But I mean, this is probably a good use case to... This is probably a good situation to use a constraint layout, maybe, because I kind of want to center the stuff in the screen. And I mean, another option would maybe be to use space, I think. Spacer. Weight, you give it a weight of 1, I think. Above and below. Yeah, so that's kind of achieving the same effect, where the spaces take up the remaining available space. Oh boy. Yeah, we do have constrained layout indeed. I've not used it yet. I'm scared to learn it a bit. Of how it's gonna... how to set up constraints in Kotlin code. Padding... And the order of modifiers does matter, so sometimes If I move padding above background. Yeah, you see, so you need to set the background before the padding. Otherwise, the padding itself doesn't have a background. It's weird. Never had a good experience with spaces in Flutter. Yikes. Yeah, again, I have not really done much Flutter, other than creating a hello world thing. But that's one thing I've taken for granted though, is like wrapping of text. in Android as a whole, like in XML layouts as well. Because I was trying to write a desktop app, and I have been writing one for the past 2 years or so, and in there the text doesn't wrap. It's a mission to make text wrap sort of automatically, so that's one thing Android does pretty well. Just wraps by default until you tell it not to. You know, I was using, I think it was Swing Framework, Java. Or Java FX actually. That's a mission. How do I do a vertical? Oh, it's a separate parameter. Arrangement dot spaced by. Man, Compose is awesome. Oh, did I scratch my eye? It hurts. But once you've learned some of these little ways of doing things, how to add space in between each item in the column, it's so good. In XML, you have to add padding to each item separately, I think. So here you can just say the items are spaced by 16 dp, and then it automatically adds padding in between. Feels bad, man. They forced Flutter in your face. Did they make you run away? Okay. I guess there'll always be those kind of things where certain frameworks do it well. Oh my. And certain frameworks have issues with it. Want to see something real quick. Extensions. Yeah, it's cheaper that way. Exactly. Companies take chances, man. Of course, they want to pay the least amount of money to get the most work done. So they just, you know, try to take advantage. Horizontal alignment, I want to center. Oh, how do I do the text thing? Please. Text align, I suppose. Yeah, we got him. Thank you. Great. Hey. I really need to update the app's colors though, like this purple is not doing it. But anywho. And I don't know, you can show like a little icon. I don't know if there's some kind of location or... there you go. Or maybe location is better actually, more friendly. Oh, dude. That's one of my favorites. Pepega Shake. I don't know why, it just looks like he's having such a good time and not caring about anything. I'll just use a location, I think. Oh wait, you don't need to. Compose has vector things, right? Image. Remember vector painter? Is that how it works? Vectors. Vector. Image vector dot filled. How does it work again? Do I not have the library? I'm sure I do. That's a private thing. What is so good? Sorry, I don't know if I read it a bit too late and I forget what's going on. Compose. Icons, that's what I'm looking for. Man, I don't know why. I don't see any drop frames on my OBS, so it's just my internet between my ISP and Google, I suppose. I mean, wait, am I using the relay server? Yeah, I'm even using our local relay in South Africa, and I guess stuff just goes missing, so I have to deal with it. Sorry about that. Okay, yes, so icons is what I was looking for, thank you. Yeah, location. Thank you. Pepega Shake. Hey. Who would not want to use Compose, man? I mean, you don't even have to define your icons anymore. Provided you want to use an existing one, like a common one. Size 69 dp. Cool. tint. I want to try to make it white. What? Oh, was it not in there, but in here? What? Am I blind? Oh, otherwise you have to do so much other stuff. Any other libraries that are also bringing font awesome? I am not familiar with this font awesome. Oh, it's a website. Oh nice, get vector icons and social logos on your website. Okay, I've not used them before. But that is pretty PogChamp. Fluent, another vector. Okay, that's awesome. I feel like Compose is bringing everyone together. How do I add a tint? Ugh. I did it the other day, I'm forgetting now. It provides layout, I don't know. Oh, nice. Brands even. Very cool. Because yeah, I think most of us devs don't want to worry about this kind of thing. I wonder if there's any legal stuff around using brand icons in here. I mean, I see like PlayStation logo, I think. Amazon. Airbnb? I wonder what issues there are around that, if any. But that is awesome. So much Compose stuff out there, man. How do I tint something? Bruh. Ah, it looks so bad, so bad, so bad. Going on Google. Exactly, then you have to crop it down and resize it and make sure it actually looks good and... nah, just use existing stuff. Outlined button. Extended floating action button. Ugh. Okay, this green is maybe a bit too much actually. What? Not there. Font Awesome already has those brands. Yeah, if they're existing, then I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, true. I mean, I guess the issue comes in if you try to use it as your own logo for some reason. Like, oh, look at my cool logo, that's definitely mine and not Twitter's logo or something. That's when it becomes an issue. Ugh, this purple, man. I need to learn some more stuff on theming. Damn, you high, must be nice. I love being able to do this as well, saying .dp or .sp. It's so readable and so good. Amazing. Extension properties. Oh yes, this material site. I remember using this to try and find pick a color from the palette. How do I... What's the button? There we go. So if you pick a color that you like, it's like, oh cool, I like this pink. And then it gives you dark and light variants. For a weather app, I don't know what would be good colors. Maybe something greenish. Greenish, bluish. And secondary is supposed to be kind of like standing out, isn't it? Like an accent. Oh, my face is kind of in the way. Is that any better? But this is definitely a good website to also check out. Thanks for that. Nice that it's from the material palette as well, so you're using those built-in things. I thought so as well. Oh, I don't keep up to date that much. Because in the code now, the theming stuff. Yeah, they kind of have these different variations, I guess. Purple 200. This for me is tedious, man, and I don't enjoy trying to tweak the colors to look good. I mean, you definitely need to do it, but I don't have patience. Material U as well. Oh my gosh, yeah. Exactly. Android 12 will complicate stuff. Ay. Okay, anywho. I posted a meme on our work group and I'm getting some laughing responses. I'm useful. Ugh, this looks so bad. Ugh. But okay. Right, string resources. I haven't been doing that. I haven't really needed them yet. Updated the dialect calculator and Gboard. Looks hideous, really. I have not looked at it that much, to be honest. I just get sad when they announce new things like this. Because it means more pain for us. I'm confused. Can I not... What is that? Phew. That looks very colorful. Is this the calculator thing you're talking about, or is this like a hyped up version? Phew. Yes, I saw the glitter thing. I saw that. I had a laugh. I saw that and then they reverted it. I saw that. Why would you make it glitter, man? How is a ripple and glitter? Like, what? Oh. Aditya, hello. I'm getting distracted, so... Shit! Oh, fuck. Oh, no. I dropped my water. Oh, boy. 1 second. Don't you, Pepe, laugh me. Shit. Okay, no, it's fine. Luckily, there's no cables or anything down there. Just like, oh no, the curtain is all wet. Ugh. But that's about the worst of it. Just the curtain. Oh boy. The thing about this Material U stuff is, you know, non-devs get so excited. Oh, I'll be able to change the theme of every single app, but you know, not until we support it. I think that's how it works, right? Surely apps are gonna have to support Material U. Does anyone know about that? Again, I've not looked into it. Yeah, Gmail is rolling out Material U, so you do have to support it. So, until a lot of apps support it, people are going to be like, meh. And I mean, I work at a bank, so I don't know how keen they are to have their theming customized by every user ever. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, it's still the early days, so we'll have to keep our eyes out for it. But indeed, us as developers, maybe it's a bit scary. The app needs your permission to access your current location to display the weather. String resource. Location permission. Continue. I think I want to just finish up this permissions stuff and then probably call it for today and get some food. Exactly. White on white. No, I hope it's not going to break existing apps that haven't updated. That would be a problem. Nice. I really need to update the styling here, but I think I'll leave it as ugly as it is for now. Just to get the functionality of having that splash screen kind of deal. Kind of weird having to do content description now, because I never thought of it before, and admittedly and unfortunately. Accessibility is definitely one of those undervalued, yeah, no one, at least at our place, I mean, we hardly ever think about it, which is not great. Cool. Adding a preview just for funsies. The talkback issue. Whew. No, it's tough, man. But it's even tougher being people who, yeah, who are impaired in that kind of way, and they have to use those features. Yeah, exactly. How much privileged. Indeed. We also take it for granted having eyesight and the other various senses. I mean, I'm surprised I don't need glasses yet or anything, considering how much I look at a screen. Oh boy. And yeah. Whoa. Okay, that was weird for a second. Aditya, I had one doubt. Wait, hold on. No, yeah, you don't need to remember everything. No, it's not possible. It's not going to be possible to remember everything. I mean, as obvious as that sounds, but yeah, don't try to focus on, I don't know, like everything you see here, remembering every parameter and stuff. I'd say it's good to, you know, have an idea that a column, you can specify the arrangement, and then that's a good place to start. Then you think, oh, I remember that it's possible to space out all the elements, and then you can have a look at this parameter and at the arrangement object and all the different stuff there. So it helps to have a vague idea of what is possible. And indeed, Googling and looking at the docs helps a lot. Like, I remembered there was vector icons built in, but I didn't know that it was called icons. What was I was typing vector or something instead of icon. 3.0 glasses. Is that a high? What is that called? I don't even know. Not intensity. I don't know. But is that a high number? Okay. So then, in the event that the permission is permanently disallowed, I'm sure there was another location thing. GPS. Hey. Yeah, knowing what to use where exactly. That's one of the big things. Okay. The app cannot. So in that event of doing stuff and things, I'm going back to main. So over here we will say not available. A good mapping, color primary, color primary. Okay. Thank you, I shall try that. Hey, there we go. It's still a bit weird. Oh, this rationale, I guess. Look at it at another time, perhaps. And then once you've said not again, the only way I believe is to go into settings and undo that. Cool. And then we'll just need to add like a progress bar or something at some other point. Yeah, I wanted to just see if there was anything else that I missed that was important here. Pog tasty. Yeah, was it Aditya or Yuba mentioned that they would like to know the shortcuts that I'm pressing. So I figured that would be a useful thing to have. Let me see this. So it was the non-granted. No, I think this is wrong. I'll just leave it for now. Still so much to clean up, jeez. Creating tech debt from the get-go. Ah, yes, I can delete this old vector manual ugly thing. Not this stupid checkbox again. Adding accompanist, adding strings. Adding ugly permission screens. I wonder, is there not a like a sad face emoji or something vector. Sad person, unhappy, disappointed. I don't know. What are the types of sharp, two-tone, rounded, filled? I'm sure there was, I don't know, maybe it's not in the default icons, but you know, you have happy, sad, and meh faces. Yes, I should actually. Feels bad, man. Make it a Twitch emote app. Face. Face. Maybe I can get the name from this creator thingy. No. Sad, unhappy, disappointed. Huh? What is this? Am I losing my mind? Yeah. Sentiment. Yes, sentiment dissatisfied. Wow. That's cool, having variations for the different. Wow, filled and outlined make them much sadder. Okay. I guess they didn't want to put those ones in. Yeah, they don't have sentiment icons. Sag. I guess they got rid of certain icons that they thought weren't really that popular or that widely used. Filled. I guess it's alright to keep the location one there. It's more politically correct. It does feel like it. But again, there were other like this, location off. Why is there no location off one? That is what I need. Or a one with a cross. I don't know. Or a question mark. It's always good to question mark people. So we have a location on, we have an off. Seriously? Wrong location. Bruh. Well, I don't care anymore. Whew. I didn't really get as much done as I was hoping to, but it's always good to chat to people and spill my water bottle everywhere. So what I did... By the way, you should always have a code review with yourself, as weird as it sounds. Helps to look through everything. Maybe I can put this annotation in a lower level like that. Because I often see people committing stuff that shouldn't be committed, whether it's commented out stuff or files that shouldn't be there, and test logs even. So it helps to just skim over what you've done and make sure there's nothing sneaky. So I pretty much wrapped the whole screen in this permissions composable. Then I moved the old content to a separate file. Separate function. I still need to initialize the view model. Because isn't there like a view model function or something like that, I remember? Maybe I don't have the dependency for it yet. Material icons extended. Fair enough, I suppose. Yeah, I might actually end up opting in for those various annotations at some point. Okay, whatever. Oh wait, what is it gonna do? Huh? I only have icons core. Can't I copy the name of... Oh my gosh, I don't want to type that whole thing out. Android X, compose, material. Yeah, compose material. Material. Icons. Extended? Is that what the artifact is? Let me look at this thing. Yeah, that's it. Version 102. Same as compose version. Oh, what's that link? Okay, the icons. Thank you. I need my sentiment dissatisfied icon. Indexing library, I think it worked. Oh! Thank you, Cybershock. It is very useful. Now I can have my sad face. Or can I? I guess it makes sense to have it separate libraries so that the APK is smaller. At least debug APKs, I guess. Hey. I kind of like that. He's not too upset, but he's still dissatisfied. It's like, why you gotta do this? Why you gotta reject it? Awesome. Thank you. Out of interest, I want to build an APK and just see how big a debug APK is. Phew. Okay, let me see. I don't want to leak stuff. Let me locate APK. Oh. I don't really think there's anything to leak actually, but it's 13.4 meg. I mean, it's probably really tiny. Yeah, it doesn't really help, but it's 13 megs basically. Whew. And that's pretty much all just libraries. I can't remember what my view was, but yeah, 13 megs. I mean, I don't even have that many libraries. Holy cow. A bit more than half of the Play Store releases. No, surely not. Have R8 off. Surely not. Oh. I keep seeing buffering, man. But I really hope that people actually... I know it's often a pain to configure it properly. That's what probably gets most people. But you need it, man. Helps a lot. Yeah, so I want to check it without this extended thing. So 13 megs is the number to beat. And I'll just have to take away my dissatisfied icon. Clean build and build APK. Oh. Ugh, stupid imports. Okay. 8 megs. .1 megs. So it's pretty much 5 meg of icons. Holy cow, of Kotlin code for icons. Jeepers. How many? Wow. Because it's literally all Kotlin code, right? If I go to the declaration of this thing, you can see they're just manually constructing the vector. There's no XML or anything, so it's 5 megs of Kotlin code. Think about that. How much code is that? That's a shit ton of icons. I guess it makes a lot of sense then that it's a separate artifact. If you pull this thing in, you definitely need R8. Because I'm sure it still works if you... I mean, I've never tried it, but turning off obfuscation, but keeping on the shrinking to get rid of unused code. I'm sure that's possible, and that even will help a lot. Because it's normally the renaming of all of the functions, classes that causes problems with at runtime crashing and things. But if you just remove unused stuff, shouldn't have problems. Unless you remove things that are referenced on reflection, of course, but there shouldn't be much of that these days. Okay, anyway, getting distracted. So I think I will leave that library out for now. I mean, for one icon, I might as well just implement that thing manually. I keep falling off my chair. I mean, you can also do that, right? You can literally just go and... oh, this looks like a cool icon, and copy it into your project. No issues doing that. And then you just pull in the 1 instead of 5 megs worth. Okay, anywho. Whew. Are there that many though in the drawables? Because I don't remember being able to do that very often. I don't know, maybe the material library pulls in some or provides some icons. Okay, you do get some here. Very useful. Icon, like delete, lock icons, media, menus. Okay, that's good to know about as well. Slideshow. Ugh. Some ancient icon, that one. Yeah, a lot of these might actually be, you know, from pre-material days. Menu zoom. Yeah. Oh, this is part of the platform code, so part of Android 30. So I guess you have to hope that this icon exists on all of the platforms that you support, which might lead to some complexity. Hollow theme, oh my word, don't even... Oh, hello. Phew. I mean, back then it was all we had, but now we have much better things. Exactly, so you can just create your own, like... Nothing wrong with just creating a drawable and adding it in your project. So, again, as we said before, do what works best for you. Okay, sorry, I need to really commit this stuff and then get going. But it's fun to chat to you guys as usual. So we added just the permissions library, added some strings for those permission screens that look really bad for now. Added some composables to show a description, like, hey, we need permission to get your location. And not this person, which did I make it location, and screen to show them if they permanently decline it. Then using the composable permissions thing, and that's pretty much all. Don't even need to use the new request permissions API anymore. Even though it's so brand new and shiny, we don't need it anymore. Pulling from the build tools. I will be honest, I don't really know the specifics. Is it this one? Is that how it works? So it like will copy this from the build tools into your project at build time. Is that what it does? That's interesting. So it's not an icon that is actually living on the device. I guess that makes sense. Because obviously all the platform classes do live on the device. Like activity, the base activity. But for icons, yeah, it points to the build tools or the platforms folder. Okay, thanks for pointing that out. 200 IQ distraction. Exactly. Now that does make a lot of sense. That does make sense. So let's see. Implement. Why is that so tiny? What? Why? That looks so strange. It's like normal text size. Okay, there we go. Implement, or rather use permissions. Use permissions composable to request location permission. When granted, show the main screen. Otherwise, show rationale for the permission. I don't know. Pretty self-explanatory, so we don't need too much of a detailed message. Small. Sometimes small is better, right? Sometimes small is gonna get the job done. Oh, I wanted to say two things. What was the first one? Oh, another rant I need to have at some point is on commit messages. But that's for another day. And the other thing was, if anyone feels like making pull requests to this repo, please go for it to make stuff prettier. If you feel like changing the theme or anything like that, it'd be appreciated, because I really don't enjoy design stuff, design side of things. Yeah, I would say maybe don't refactor stuff, because I still want to do that myself, but if you feel like changing colors or theming or reworking those ugly permission screens, please go for it. Boy, it's so bad. No, that's why I like the designers at work to just say, this is what it must look like. This is the color codes and everything. Oh boy. Cool, but thanks to Accompanist, right, the set of libraries by Google to make Compose easier. Shout out. Spotless. It wasn't Spotless for code styling or something. Can't remember. Oh, we don't have normal Twitch emotes. Sad, man. But yeah, commit messages like fix bug, fix crash. That don't even get me started on those. Alright, so I'll just push that up. The link to the repo is in the description if anyone wants to check it out. But cool. Oh, it's been a long day. For libraries linting here, the Spotless. I think my friend did mention it to me at some point. Anywho, cool. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here for today. Thanks everyone for stopping by. We had, I think Yuba has left us, but they were here earlier. Yuba, Aditya, Cybershark, Adam. Yeah, Stream Elements is always here. Shout out to them. Oh, so sad. But yeah, appreciate chatting to you guys as always. It's nice to it really helps to talk out my process as well. Since I'm learning Compose, it helps to talk it out, like a rubber duck kind of approach. Nice sounding board. I need to get some food. Anyway. Thanks all. Thanks Cybershark. Have a great night. I know it's really late for you as always. Appreciate it. But yeah, we'll catch you in the next one whenever that might be. So cheers for now. Enjoy.